What's going on, YouTube? This is Sports Gaming 1, and we are continuing our early look at running backs on our new rosters for NCAA football. We're doing the Big 12 here on this video. I'm going to go through each team, and again, we tried to do 2 running backs per team, their top 2 rushers. There might be a team or 2 where we only did 1, but I did go ahead and do all the Big 12 schools. So you're going to see at least one running back for every school. And again, these ratings are all based off of stats. Except for their speed, that is based off of their 40 time. So let's just get right to it here with Baylor. That's our first team, and you see John Lovett, an 84, and JaMycal Hasty, an 86. Lovett is actually, I think, going to be the starter, but you see Hasty has the higher rating, and again, it comes down to speed. This game loves speed. It's the #1 factor when it determines a rating for a running back. So Hasty, because of that speed, is actually rated a little bit higher, but Lovett's going to probably have more. He's going to be rated higher in all the skills, the breaking tackles, and all of that stuff. So, there you go. That's Baylor. A couple of pretty good running backs for them next season. I think next is Iowa State, maybe. Yes. You see David Montgomery, an 88. Pretty solid there. And then they also have Mike Warren, an 84. So, a couple of good running backs there for Iowa State. And that's what we see in the Big 12. Everybody's got, some decent running backs, pretty solid. And then there are a couple of really good running backs. Kansas, I only did 1 here. Khalil Herbert, he was an 88 overall, so that's good for Kansas. I don't think I did Taylor Martin. So yeah, just Herbert for Kansas. And I will when I go team by team, I'll make sure we get in 2 running backs. So that will be done at some point. How about Kansas State? Alex Barnes, 92 overall. You look at his stats from last season. They're impressive, and that's why his rating came out to be a 92. Dalvin Warmack, also pretty high, 89. So looking good. And let's just go back to the quarterbacks here for a second. And you see, actually, this needs to be updated. Skylar Thompson's a 90. Alex Delton, an 85. So they're very good there, and they're very good at running back. So pretty good depth here for Kansas State, a team that I think we need to watch next season. I think they could be pretty good. Let's go ahead and get our next team. I think will be Oklahoma, maybe. And there you see Rodney Anderson, a 96 overall. He is going to be one of the highest rated running backs on the game, and his stats back that up. And then you see Trey Sermon, a 90 overall. He was a breakout freshman last season for them. So they are very solid at that position. One of the best teams at running back, I think, in all of college football. Oklahoma State, there's Justice Hill, a 92. So he is rated very high. And also J.D. King, he should be a sophomore. I missed that. So don't worry, guys. I'll fix that. And when the official rosters come out for spring or whatever, I'll be going through and checking everything. So I'll make sure all the years are right, the height, the weight, all of that. It's very early in this process. Just kind of getting started here and getting the feel for things. So, yes, there we go. 2 really good running backs for Oklahoma State as well. And I've talked about how they may have to lean more on the run this season more than what they've done in previous years. So now I think we move on to the T's, which would, I think, start with TCU. Yes, Darius Anderson, 91. The Siwu Olonilua. I don't know how to say his name. I'm trying to figure it out. But yeah, he's pretty good, 89 overall. A couple of good running backs there for TCU. That's actually really good, 91 and 89. And they lose, Hicks, but it doesn't look like much of a drop-off at the running back position for TCU. Texas, they're not looking great here. Kyle Porter, an 87. Daniel Young, an 82. More of a power back, but, you wouldn't think Texas would be one of the worst teams in the Big 12. And again, as we get into the season and players start getting stats, their stats may be a lot better than they were last year. And these players are going to change. The ratings are going to change during the season. And the spring could also affect things. If a player, if Kyle Porter's out there looking like, one of the best running backs in college football, I'll give him a ratings boost based off of that. But we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. For the most part, these ratings are done. Texas Tech, Trey King at 90 overall, 92 speed. He is looking to be one of the breakout stars this year. And then they have Desmond Nisby and 82. So they're set there at running back. Interesting that Oklahoma State and Texas Tech have such good running backs when you think about those offenses being, pass-heavy offenses. And I think that's it, except for West Virginia, as there's only 10 teams in the Big 12, so obviously this video is going to be a little bit shorter. Kennedy McCoy in 87 and Martell Petway in 80. Those are the two guys I did for West Virginia. Neither one of them really have a ton of experience, but it is what it is, and I don't think they're going to be running the ball much next year with Will Greer and David Sills back. This is going to, I think, be a very, very pass-heavy team. So there you go. That's the Big 12. We actually already have our Big 12 running back rankings up on the SG1 Sports channel. I'll put a link to that down in the description below if you want to see how I rank each running back unit in the Big 12. Thanks for watching this video, and stay tuned for more here on the Sports Gaming 1 YouTube channel.